God handcrafted the perfect police officer for me, and his name was Steven Carr.
He was a phenomenal person. I mean, he's pretty much the best friend anyone could ever have.
He was a real good guy, very pure heart.
He was just the nicest dude. He had a true heart for people, and it really showed.
I think whether you met Steve for 30 seconds or he impacted everybody in that way.
Steven was a police chief's dream. He had command presence with his size and his strength. But more importantly, he was kind. He was selfless. He was intelligent, dependable, and loyal.
Anyone who was blessed enough to made his acquaintance or been in his presence, it's a very amazing experience. He's helped me so much as a person, as an officer. We were on shift together for a while before we went to Dixon Street, so we got to work closely together. And I'll miss him. But I'll always keep him in the front of my mind as I go through my day-to-day, whether it's making decisions on the streets or just going about life. Anytime, I'm always thinking about him, and I'm very appreciative for him coming into my life and everything that he's taught me. I can't put into words what a great person he was. I could say amazing and phenomenal and exuberant all day long, but it's still not even close to what or who he really is and how he really was. He was that and more.
I worked, right alongside of him on the craziest street in Fayetteville for 5 months. He loved the atmosphere down there, and everyone loved him too. All the bouncers, a certain establishment which shall not be named, they had a disturbance involving a firearm, and instead of calling 911, they called Steven Carr. So, everyone down here, all the bouncers, the security staff, the owners, the bartenders, they all knew and loved Steven. At least 2 or 3 times, we caught him on his phone watching recruitment videos for other departments. We're like, "Oh, are you thinking about leaving?" He's like, "No, I just think they're cool." He loved everything cop, and he loved being a cop. So, it's his heart was there. He was there for the community. He was there because he loved the job.
He was just a really genuine person and truly cared, and you knew every day, just in interacting with him, that you were truly his friend and that he truly cared about you. He could read people. He could tell if people were truly being violent or if maybe they were just having a bad day, and he could just always talk to people and get to the bottom of what the real problem was. So I really admired that, about him. He truly cared not only about the people that he policed, but about us. He knew about my kids, he knew about my wife, he knew about Summer's kids and Natalie's kid, always asking questions, always knew everybody's name. He was such a big man, but he had the biggest heart. He just loved everybody and everything. And I just want the family to know that. He impacted my life forever. I would love to be like that. I hope one day people can say that I was as nice and genuine as he was.
Steven Carr fulfilled his duties with integrity, professionalism, and a genuine love of people. The state of Arkansas could not be more grateful for his service. Arkansas was blessed to have Steven, even though it was for too short of a time.
Working with Steve was the best 2.5 years of my life. He was my best friend. He was my best friend and my partner. You say partner and it doesn't seem like enough because it seems like a work relationship, but he was my therapist, he was my financial advisor, and my family. His girlfriend was his soulmate, and he knew that my boyfriend's mine, and he was my daughter's uncle, Uncle Stephen. And he was my protector, you know. Dixon Street was really fun. We were down there for just shy of a year, and we were Pooh Bear and Piglet. Is that what it is? Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. That's what they called us. Because he's, you know, the big teddy bear and I'm the little spunky thing. We went to our bike class and they told him the bike was way too small for him and there's no way for him to ever get a bigger bike. So he knew that every time he rode a bike, he would get laughed at and he just had to take it. And just the amount of sweat coming down and watching him on that little bike just made it better. And I know we're not talking about that night, and I know you won't probably use this, but I just want to say he died so all of us could still be here. And he died so all of those people at the square could still be here. And he didn't have a chance, but he was still a hero for all of us that night. And always. He really was.
As the police chief, I make this vow. Steven Carr, badge number 413, will not be forgotten.